Hey y'all, it's Mask Monday, and we got more quick tips. Okay, so today we're gonna do just a rub out on this mask. So I've already based this mask in white, and then I'm gonna show you how I mix FW ink with alcohol to create the color that I want to sit in the details of the mask. And then I'm gonna rub it all off with a sponge and some 70% alcohol. I'm just gonna do the rub out today because then I'm gonna ship it to Jose and he's gonna paint it, and he's gonna, I think, auction it off for charity after he paints it. So as I kind of explain the process, the first thing I need to do is like mix up the color that I want to do the rub out with. This would look cool if I use the distortions rub out. It would probably look cool if I just use the black. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix like a very, very dark blue, and I'm just gonna mix enough so that I can do this one mask, and then if there's some left over, I'll save it. I just kind of will get the color I want, and then I'll dilute it until I kind of see how it runs off of the wall. So I'm gonna try to see if we can get like on camera that kind of, you know, just the consistency that you're looking for, rather than giving you like an exact number to do. If you do a big batch, that's the nice thing about it, is it's simple. You know, it's like basically 2 ounces for that, you know, 32 ounce container. We'll start with blue, and then I'm gonna add just a little bit of black. You can really, like, I'm gonna do a couple drops and just see what that does first. And I can put, just to make it easier to mix and all that, since I'm gonna be putting alcohol in anyways, I can just get a little bit in there first. And so that's about, there's only a little bit of alcohol in here, you know, a few squirts, so that's about how much ink I have. Pull it up, and so you can see it's sticking quite a bit to the side. So I'm gonna dilute it a little bit more, but you don't want it to just run away either. You do want it to stick. There we go. So now you can see it's like, it's still sticking, but it's falling down pretty quickly. So that's the consistency that I'm gonna go with. This is a pretty dirty sponge right now from the last one. So I wanna get some, but I don't wanna wring it into this container. And then that's about how wet you want it too. No liquids coming out of it, it's just damp. I'm obviously putting this on really heavy. Your goal is to really get it into all of the details, all the nooks and crannies. Again, as I've said in the past, you can do this part with a paintbrush, or you can also like fill up one of these spray bottles and just spray it on that way, like if you don't have an airbrush. Make sure that that the latex paint, the base, is dry. At the very least, I would leave it with a fan on it for like an hour. It's literally just Mabry Monsters bright white, just white latex paint. So this is kind of the sweet spot where I like to go. You can see in the light, it's still wet in some spots, but it's dry in others. So I'm just gonna start wiping down mostly. And I'm not doing this rough. This is very gentle. If there's pesky spots that don't want to come off, then yeah, you just use a little more pressure. I guess it does take a little bit of getting like used to and like finding that sweet spot and all that. I love this mask. This is an awesome sculpture by my friend Jose. He is part of the team. He makes masks with us, the Monster Resurrection crew. His mask company is Funhouse Mask Studios. He did a great job on this sculpture, and you can really see it when you do that rub out. I like to go in and give him a little toothbrush with the Q-tip. You don't want this to be wet, again, just damp, same thing. The reason why the Q-tip helps is because if you want to really get in and clean the teeth off, a lot of times you're gonna get in too far and it'll, you know, some alcohol will get in there and it'll wash away, and you don't want to lose that really awesome dark line above it. It looks really cool as is, and I mean, it's kind of cool like that. If you maybe just put some white hair on it and a hood, that could be the whole mask. That's just literally 2 steps, basing it in white and then taking it off. But that's gonna do it for the rub out technique. Thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next week for another Mask Monday. Like, share, subscribe, nightmaretoys.com.